Navigating Your Course in Blackboard Learn, an educational technology video for students in the Connecticut Community Colleges. Welcome to this Blackboard Learn video overview for students. Blackboard is a type of application called a learning management system that will provide you with 24/7 online access to your course materials, grades, activities, and assessments. Blackboard is used by all 12 Connecticut community colleges to enhance classroom-based courses as well as in courses that are fully online or a hybrid of online and on-ground instruction. This video will help you prepare to use the system and find resources that will help answer your questions and also show you some helpful navigational shortcuts. Preparing to use Blackboard Learn. Begin by logging into my.comnet.edu. Next, I'll enter my NetID and password. Once I've entered this information, I click the Login button. Click the Blackboard Learn link. When you first enter Blackboard Learn, you'll be on the My Blackboard Learn page. Here you'll see a number of different boxes called modules, which each display different types of information. In the My Courses module, you'll find links to each of the courses in which you're enrolled. Do take note of other types of resources that are available here, such as tech support, links to on-demand tutorials, and information about the Blackboard Learn Student Orientation course. Every student is enrolled into a Blackboard Learn Student Orientation course, and this course contains valuable information that can help you succeed in an online learning environment. To enter your actual course and access the materials, be sure to click on the link for the course title in the My Courses list. Do not click links that are listed under announcements or calendars, as this will not enable you to access the course materials. Click on the actual course title link. Here are a few quick tips to help you avoid problems while working in Blackboard Learn. Once you have opened the Blackboard Learn window, we suggest that you log out of MyComnet so you won't see the timeout messages, which can interfere when students take an online test or quiz in Blackboard. If you're presented with a security warning like this one, be sure to always click the Run button, never just cancel out of it. There can be some differences in the way you view a course depending upon the web browser you're using, the version of the browser, and your own personal browser settings. Before you begin working with Blackboard Learn, don't forget to turn off the pop-up blockers in your web browsers. I'll show you how to do that in Internet Explorer and Firefox. In Internet Explorer, just go to Tools and select Pop-up Blocker and then turn off Pop-up Blocker. In Firefox, go to Tools, Options, and then deselect Block Pop-up Windows. Let's take a tour of some sample courses. When you first click to enter a course in Blackboard Learn, what is initially displayed to students can vary from course to course. In this course, as in many online courses, the instructor has chosen to have the Announcements tool as the course entry point. So students will see the most current announcement immediately upon entering the course. Other instructors may choose to have students land on a page that looks like the one I'm showing you now. In this particular course, it's labeled Notifications and Alerts, although different instructors may name this type of page differently. This Notifications page will contain important information and alerts for students. Other instructors may choose to have you land on a page that might look like this, that has folders or learning modules containing the course materials. Especially at the beginning of the class, you should always be sure to click on the Getting Started button if your course menu has one, and carefully review any information that your instructor has placed there. Of course, you should also check syllabus and FAQs, and be sure to check out any help and tech support resources if you run into problems or questions. If your instructor is using the Messages tool, be sure that you check it every time you enter the course. Last but not least, click My Grades to find out where you stand in the course. Here are some helpful navigation tips. If I navigated to a particular page in a course and I want to return to the course entry point, I just have to click on this little right-pointing arrow to go back to the course entry page. To hide the course menu, I click this little arrow. To unhide it, I click it again. It's also helpful to check out the various menu display options. For example, right now I'm in List View. I could also click Folder View. By doing this, I can expand or collapse any folder or module in the entire class to navigate directly to any item in the course. If I wished, I could even display the course menu in a different window. But for now, I'm going to return my menu to the List View. Now, let's explore some of the course content. Some faculty will use a folder structure to organize their course content, but many instructors will use learning modules to organize their course materials into units or chapters which sequence content and activities from top to bottom and provide a table of contents. This sample course uses learning modules. I'm going to click on the Weekly Units button, scroll down a little bit, and then click on the Week 3 learning module. The table of contents on the left makes it really easy to scan the content in the module. When you click on the links in the table of contents, they open in the frame on the right. Sometimes links to URLs will open in a new tab or window. For example, if I click on this link to the Truth Table demo video, you can see that it's opening in a brand new tab. Depending upon your browser and your browser settings, this link might have opened in a brand new window instead of in a new tab. To return to the learning module, I can either click to close this tab or click on the other tab, and here I am back in the Blackboard learning module. You can collapse and expand any subfolders. You can also use these buttons over the table of contents to minimize or maximize the table of contents. If you collapse the course menu, you can make the whole module much easier to read. Notice these links up at the top of the page. These are referred to as breadcrumbs, and you can use them to navigate the course. For example, if I click the Weekly Units breadcrumb, it returns me to that page. Another helpful navigation tip, especially if you have a learning module or other type of page open and you don't want to leave that page or module, is to right-click on a menu item to open a new tool. For example, I'm going to open up one of these learning modules, and I see that there's a note here about participating in one of the discussion forums for that week. An easy way to leave this learning module open while navigating to the discussion board is to right-click on the menu item and select Open Link in a new tab. If I click that tab, you can see that I can navigate to any of the discussion forums, but I can also easily navigate right back to the learning module by clicking the original tab where the learning module is still open. Similarly, if you wanted to send a message to your instructor while leaving the learning module open, you could right-click on the Messages menu item, and that too would open in a new tab. Another helpful right-click tip is to right-click on URLs or links to websites. I can right-click on any one of these links, open the link in a new tab, and leave the learning module open, but still navigate directly to the animation that I selected. Managing your email and notification settings in Blackboard Learn. Next, I want to quickly show you how to be sure that the email address in Blackboard is correct. To do this, click My Places, and in the My Places dialog box that opens, click Personal Information. Then click Edit Personal Information. Take a look at the email address that's shown in the email field. This is the email address that's been imported from the Banner system. If this email address is incorrect, go into Banner Student Self-Service and change your preferred email address. Here's how. Adding or updating an email address in Banner Self-Service is very easy to do. First, log in to MyComNet. Next, click the Student tab. Then, select the link under Student Self-Service. Click the Personal Information tab, and then the Personal Information link. Then you'll see two links that will allow you to view any existing email addresses or to update your email addresses, where you can also select which is your preferred email. The preferred email in Banner is what will be sent over to Blackboard Learn. You can also easily control the kinds of notifications and reminders you get via email or your mobile device by clicking the My Places link. From the My Places dialog box, just select Edit Notification Settings, and then use the various settings that you'll find here to control the types of notifications that you receive from your courses.